Welcome back, everybody. Happy Monday. I hope you had a great start to your week. As you can see, we are back onto American Truck Simulator, and today we are driving the Mark's edit of the Western Star 57X. This is a free truck on the Steam store. It came out at the end of October. I haven't gotten around to reviewing it until now. I will include a link in the description in case you want to pick up the truck for yourself. I will also include a link to the 30 or so extra mods that we are running today. Mostly quality of life, just in case you also want to install them to make your game look like mine and get a similar experience. As you can see, the level of detail on this thing around the outside is phenomenal. It's really well done. I've obviously gone in and added a couple little touches to it. I added the hood visor up there on the top, the chrome mirrors, a couple of the skirts around the outside, changed the wheels, the rims, all those kinds of things. Just made it look how I wanted it to look. And of course, we've got that three-tone candy apple red paint. And overall, this truck just looks absolutely beautiful. Really, really well done. Very impressed. And so far, I'm liking what I'm seeing, and I will definitely be playing with this truck for a couple of hauls at least, and keeping it in my company just to see if it'll make its money's worth, which I'm sure it will. It's a workhorse of a truck, 600 horsepower engine, beautiful, beautiful piece of machinery. You can see on the inside the level of detail has continued. Nice Western Star emblem there in the middle. We went with the brown Western Star seats. Our little kitty there having a nap is all worn out. And in the back, we went with a double bunkie, microwave, a fridge, and a TV. You can actually customize the back of this. You can put a little sitting area if you wanted for, you know, a little table, a couple chairs. The fridge has, I would say, 9 or 10 customization points that you can put stickers and you can hang stuff. Really, really cool. You can add some stuff on the dash. I've put a couple things. I put an air freshener just to keep us smelling good. My cell phone, which, don't make fun of it, looks like it's from the 90s, but it still works. Makes the phone calls and it sends text messages. That's all you need. And I added some stuff onto the front dash there, our fast pass, all that good stuff. You can hang stuff from the mirror. You can put stuff in the sun visor. You can put stuff on the ground back here. You can put pizzas, all kinds of stuff. So really, really cool customization points. You can see the True Mirror FOV mod makes our mirrors look kind of true to real life. I've been playing with it for a couple months now, and you know what? I'm enjoying it. It makes the trailer seem, you know, the length that it would be in real life. It obscures your view sometimes when you're trying to back up. Really kind of adds that, you know, immersive mirror feel when you're trying to actually use them. Lane changes, all that good stuff. So really, really well done. I like it for a freeware truck. I mean, what more can you ask for? The interior is beautiful, and yeah, no complaints here from me. I'm gonna go ahead and start the truck up. Listen closely. Not a bad sounding sound pack. It's not great. It's not horrible. And if we switch into the cab, you can hear it kind of rumbling on in here. What I really like about the truck now that it's started up is the LCD display here. This digital dash, I think, looks really slick with the GPS mounted in the dash there. Your, you know, RPMs over there, speed on the left. It's really well done. If we give it a bit of a rev, it's kind of basic sounding. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not great. Kind of sounds like you would get from the default package, and I'm not entirely sure actually if they've done a custom sound package or not. I'm going to err on the side of caution and say probably not, but I could be wrong. But you know what? It does. It's not a huge deal. Let's go ahead and take our parking brake off and throw it into first gear, and away we go. We will go pick up our forklifts from Walmart and start our journey down south into New Mexico. Try not to hit the Vortex truck here. It'll be a bit of a bad start. And we're going to go out and go to the right. So we're coming up on our first intersection here. We're going to go to the left and head towards Walmart. It currently right now is 9:42 p.m. I'm excited for the Texas DLC to be coming out. I definitely will be trying to play it as early as I can to get the jump and see what it's all about. Oh, I cut it that a little bit wide. Almost hit the corner there. That's no good. There we go. We'll continue on our way down the road here. Speed limit is 40. Doing about 30 right now. And we've arrived at Walmart. We'll go ahead and pull up to the gate here and see if they'll open it for us. Kind of a cool little animation that it just pops open like that. And we'll pull up right about here. We do have that mod active that removes all of the heads-up display, so you got to drive over those little manhole covers. It took me a while to figure it out because, quite honestly, I was driving around to, you know, things like gas stations that used to have those little, the little pop-up markers there, the green little circles, and they were no longer there. And what I didn't realize was that with things like gas stations, if you pull into them, you have to pull onto the manhole covers because that's kind of the service area for where you can activate those functions. So just a little food for thought if you guys are installing some of the, you know, minimum heads up display mods and stuff that I have on here. It will remove that, and you need to be aware that you got to hit the manhole covers to be able to get your stuff. So all right, we're in. I'm gonna go around the outside of the building just so that I can drive past it and then back up and in to pick up our forklifts. Try not to hit any of these parked cars that are here. All of the real life logos, the company logos, street signs, everything you see is also one of the billboard mods that is in the description. There's 3 of them in total. I can't remember their names off the top of my head, but they're called like realistic billboards, realistic road signs. So you won't miss it. And we'll just go around this corner here. We'll pull it wide. And we'll head around to the front to pick up our forklifts. And we have to wing our trailer in between these pylons right. Oh, almost ran over the pylon. Wait a minute. All right, let's try this again here. I'm gonna go ahead and back up. And we'll just swing it on the other side there so that I'm not running over the pylons here. I think Walmart would be a little bit pissy with us if we did that. We'll just go around the inside here. There we go. A little bit awkward, but that's okay. And then we're just going to drive right by. And then once we get over here, I will start backing up to grab our trailer and load those forklifts. So right about here. And we are just going to rip it hard right. Try not to hit the wall on our right side here. Love that our cat is just still absolutely sound asleep. Nothing's gonna wake him up. A little bit too short. We'll go forward, straighten it out. That's okay. Just a little tight, that's all. And I think we're gonna clear that. Beautiful. There we go. Start straightening it out, and it should go right back in. So it is now approximately 2:30 p.m. We've been sitting here for a couple hours getting loaded up. But as you can see, we have our forklifts on. We are ready to go. And we are going to head down to New Mexico. Everything is chained in nice and tight. That way they're not going to fly off. Because those forklifts each are a couple tons. They're actually quite heavy. All right, let's go ahead. We'll start our truck up here. Take the parking brake off. And away we go. Try not to scrub anything on the way out here. Swing it wide as always. Better to have too much room than not enough. And off to New Mexico we go. I don't know about you guys, but I'm starting to feel kind of the Christmas spirit a little bit. We just had a super busy weekend. My girlfriend and I, we were doing some things around the house, couple last minute chores, cleaning up the gardens, getting stuff put away for the winter. And our parents ended up coming over and we put up the Christmas lights, which is the first year actually that I've ever put up. No, we better wait till that guy's gone. It's the first year actually in my house since I bought it 2 years ago that I've put up Christmas lights. The front of my house is quite a ways up. It's probably a good, I don't know, on the one side, probably 25, 30 feet. Like, it's a pretty good drop. And you know, most of you know I am not a fan of heights. So her dad was nice enough to step up and kind of go, I'll do it if you're not going to do it. And I was like, that's okay. So I supervised. I took the supervisory role, as every good job site has, and we put them up, and her and her mom decorated the inside of the house, and it's looking pretty festive, you know. I'm not one really to start getting into the Christmas spirit until we kind of, you know, you get the snow on the ground and you get into December, and you know, you start kind of feeling the atmosphere of the Christmas spirit. But you know what? I've, you know, gone to some of the local stores here. Any of my, you know, Canadian followers that are watching, you will already know that as of November 11th, every Shoppers Drug Mart in Canada is already rocking Mariah Carey and her Christmas album. And they will do it for the entire 2 months leading up to Christmas. But, you know, now it's, you know, as this starts to snow a little bit, we got some snow today, it's starting to feel a little bit more like Christmas. And so, you know, I think it's going to be a nice holiday season. I have to start my Christmas shopping soon, you know. Last year I said I'm going to have it done by mid-November, and obviously that's not going to happen, but we, you know, getting in the spirit, so kind of cool. I'll have Christmas off again this year, working my schedule that I'm working, so that's kind of cool. My girlfriend's going to have to work, which is, you know, expected. She just started a new job, which kind of sucks, but hopefully we can go home and have some family Christmas time before things get too hectic with her work schedule and whatnot. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. We'll make the best of it either way. So those two guys, look at the trees here. This is phenomenal. This is actually kind of one of the first times that I've actually explored the Colorado DLC. I haven't really driven a lot up here, but I know that the roads are fairly windy. A lot of cool. There's a Motel 6. That's pretty cool. I have never, we're slowing down to 25 here. I have never been to a Motel 6 that I think I have enjoyed. And that's, you know what, I'm sorry, Motel 6, if anybody is watching, but there is nothing. They're rough, man. Like, they are not the nicest chain at all. I guess it would be okay in a pinch, and if you wanted a cheap hotel room, sure, but ugh, other than that. Holiday Inn, on the other hand, I am a rewards member 100%. Stay in the Holiday Inns quite a bit. This is kind of a cool little town. I don't even know what town this is. Kind of tucked in the middle of a little, like, rock gully. Kind of cool. We'll go up through this road here. We're heading to Durango, I guess, is the next town from what that's telling me. So we're gonna have to swing it wide and kind of stay along the outside just to make sure that we have ample space for anybody that's oncoming. Last thing we want is to get into a smuck fest on this hill and have to figure out, do I back up or do you back up or who goes where type thing, you know? So okay, this is the last corner, I think, of what is the winding. That guy's flying. Oh my god. The last corner, I think, of what is this winding section of the mountain. And we've got a guy that's stalled out here, and of course we're going downhill and we got to go into the oncoming lane. So hopefully nobody will just signal and pray for the best. Uh-oh. That guy doesn't look happy. Make sure that we don't hit him. Kind of sketchy a little bit. So I started listening to a new podcast called the YouTube Creator Hub. And I've been kind of on a kick where I drive a lot, obviously, for work. So I was like, I need something new to listen to. You know, I have a couple different podcasts that I listen to, you know, some stuff about like stocks and stuff, but you really can only learn about stocks for so long before your brain kind of just goes to mush, and you need something a little bit more easygoing and relaxed that you can kind of just, you know, listen to and enjoy. And so I found the podcast. It's called the YouTube Creator Hub. It's run by Dusty Porter, who is Dusty Porter on YouTube here. His Twitter, I believe, is Dusty Porter YT. Either way, I'll link his channel in the description there. And anyway, I want to give a shout out to him. He runs, so his channel itself is about how-to tutorials. So Dusty literally has tutorials. Oh my God, we almost hit. Dusty has tutorials from anything, ranging from conferencing software, if you need to know how to set up, you know, Skype or Zoom, or how to hook up a webcam, or how to change your username on Windows. He's got everything. And his tutorials range from, you know, the tech side of things to how to, you know, do basic things that people just need help with every day. And anyway, so aside from his YouTube channel, he runs this podcast called the YouTube Creator Hub. And once a week, he interviews different YouTube content creators and just talks to them. It's very laid back, talks to them kind of about how did you get into YouTube? Tell us the backstory of your channel, kind of that thing. Explores, you know, what are you proud of with your YouTube channel? And it's really interesting, you know, like, I have listened to some of his podcasts that have had people on that are, you know, run tech channels for tech reviews. And, you know, on the other end of the extremes, he's had people on that run, you know, channels that give new mothers information on parenting. It's really cool, like a really cool variety. I listened to one specifically the other day, and it was a guy, and I can't remember his name. Anyway, him and his wife moved to Kenya. He was from, I think they were from Halifax. He was a police officer and she was a nurse. And they just decided that they were going to pack up and head to, I think it was Kenya. And they traveled. So, you know, he got a job with the Kenyan, you know, as a government, something to do with the government over in Kenya. And she, I don't know what she did, but anyway, on weekends, they travel and they just film their weekends, and they run a whole outdoor channel on just outdoor adventures. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? I was like, there are just so many people that have their own little niche of what they like to do and what is unique to them. And, you know, I obviously don't travel. It's an interest of mine, but I don't think I would want to film me traveling. But, you know, my niche is, you know, video games and video game reviews, right? Even though American Truck Simulator has been out, I try to showcase new content, right? As i.e., you know, the Mark's edition of the Western Star, which is what we're driving right now. But it's just interesting to see how, you know, there's just so many people on this platform, which gets billions of views a month. And everybody is just kind of doing their own thing. You know, even if you're not a creator, there's still a niche of YouTube videos that you like to watch. And it's just really cool perspectives on things that, and topics that I really don't think I would be genuinely interested in outside of listening to Dusty's podcast. So anyway, I wanted to give a shout out to Dusty. You know, I think he's doing a really good job with the Creator Hub. There's a lot of valuable information on there if you're a new YouTuber like myself who's just trying to get going. And, you know, there's definitely tips and tricks that I have taken away that I'll use with my channel to try to grow it. And, you know, I mean, we're not huge right now. I think we're at like 82 subscribers, something like that. But, you know, that's grown from what was 34 subscribers maybe a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. Like, you know, growth is growth. And I mean, you know what? It's one thing that they talked about on the podcast that I found was kind of interesting was not focusing on your growth, right? The growth will come naturally so long as you're producing content and you're, you know, have some kind of consistency and you're putting out new stuff. But what he also talks about that I found was interesting was the fact that when you have a YouTube channel, the videos that you put out don't stop working for you just because they get old. There's quite a few videos that the YouTube algorithm won't even pick up until, you know, maybe weeks, even months down the road. And he was saying, you know, that some of his best videos, and quite a few guests on his show have also said that some of the best videos that they have performance-wise are ones that they have put out months and months ago that then all of a sudden gain traction for whatever reason. So anyway, it's pretty cool. I'll link it in the description. I would highly recommend giving it a listen. The episodes are a half hour maybe, if that. So we actually need to turn here, and I am going to try to stay in the outside lane. I got talking and just wasn't paying attention to the map. But anyway, yeah, the episodes are like a half hour long, so it's not something that you have to commit hours and hours to listen to. And they're not so drawn out that, you know, by the time the podcast is over, you're kind of like, oh my God, that was just ridiculous. It's just genuinely one of the better podcasts I've listened to. And, you know, it's got no topic outside of, you know, YouTube channels and what makes YouTube and creating a YouTube channel and running a YouTube channel. But it's interesting to hear everybody's story and how they vary, because all of them are just so different. And you know what? It's cool. that's the end of my story. It's cool. So we're going through Durango right now. And of course we're going to hit this yellow light and we're going to have to sit here again. Just a pain because the gears just go down. They just take so long to gear back up to a point where, you know, you're actually hitting some good speed and making your way through. Oh my God, that guy's going to just take the outside. I guess that's okay. I thought he was going to crash into the back of him. I was worried. The Nissan Altima. That's pretty cool. All these cars that are in here, I think that's like supposed to be like a Jaguar maybe. Anyway, all the cars that are in here are also another mod. All of them are realistic cars. So you have Jeeps, the trucks, cars, freight trains is part of it. Extra long freight trains, so that's kind of cool. You can see here the traffic picking up a little bit. It's pretty backed up on that side. We're kind of also stuck in a little bit of a traffic jam, but nothing too bad. When you get into like the major city centers, it's pretty cool to see how much traffic gets backed up. Like you can be sitting for times at a light for, I think the most I've sat at a light at one time is like probably, you know, 5-6 minutes. So it's pretty neat. You know, you get going and then it turns red and then it turns green and then it turns red. Should we stop at the Walmart and grab some snacks? Maybe do a bit of Christmas shopping? Cool little motorcycle right there. Bit of a cruiser. Oh, it's a motorcycle shop. That's pretty dope. The Home Depot Building Center. Beautiful. We need to get... I'm going to slow down. I'm going to throw my blinker on and slow down and try to get over behind this guy. I don't... Of course, that truck's going to come. My own fault. I should have been looking a little bit sooner. We'll wait for that guy to go by. And then we'll cut. I'm just going to cut over in behind him. Make our right-hand turn to head towards Farmington on the 550. So I figured out why we're not moving. There's an accident up ahead there on the off-ramp that we're supposed to take. So we're going to have to merge, but it might be easier said than done. I can't really back up, and I don't think I can swing. I might be able to. The issue is that, is anybody going to stop for me to let me in? We might just kind of have to force our way. Maybe try to go after these two cars. Well, I'm going to get stuck at the light again. It's a cop. We won't cut him off. It looks like a state trooper. Oh, it is a state trooper. Cool. Yeah, we'll try to cut in behind this guy here. Just hope that I don't think I'll hit the back of the truck. I'm going to go before. There we go. The issue is that I'm going to have to go out and then swing kind of over to get my trailer out and around the truck that's there. Without hitting him, we'll kind of have to just go straight. But I'm just going to have to sit here, I guess, until... At least I'm not in traffic, but... Sit here until the light turns green and then move up a little bit. There we go. Things are starting to move a little bit here, so we'll just swing it wide. Better safe than sorry. We got lots of clearance. Not even anything to worry about. And then once we get up here, we'll have to make a right-hand turn and go onto the 550. I'm not sure what that guy's gonna do. I don't think there's any point in him just sitting there. These random events are also a pack. I can't remember what it's called. It's somebody's name. And then it's like random events pack. It's external to the Steam store. You won't be able to get it off of the Steam store. It was an outside. I think there's 5 of them, give or take, that are downloaded from an external website and then put into the game. But they're pretty cool. Like, I mean, you can see there was an ambulance up there. I'm not sure if you guys saw the flashing lights, but they're all random and they range from, you know, car accidents like this to vehicle fires to cargo that's fallen off of a truck. There's like 40 or 50 different world events that are randomly generated, and they're all pretty well done. can see this one here. I think it's like a car accident or something. You got the state troopers there doing their thing, and we're gonna hang a big right-hand turn here. Continue on our way down the 550. On the plus side, because everybody's all jammed up there, I don't think we'll have a lot of traffic that we have to kind of navigate through, so that's nice. Just unfortunate that it's right on the off-ramp to merge onto the 550, but what do you do? What do you do? And we're crossing into New Mexico. We've crossed the state line, which means we shouldn't be too far. What a change in scenery. It's kind of from mountains and rock to farmland and just flat. At least the speed limit increases a little bit. That's kind of nice. Beautiful scenery here too, though, with those rock faces and big crevices and all that good stuff. And we're coming into a junction here where we're gonna have to make a right-hand turn just to carry on. We're just stuck behind a little bit of traffic. Nothing too crazy though. Really cool traffic levels though. You know, I definitely will say that this mod, I guess we should probably turn our headlights on. The realistic traffic density, it adds a whole nother level of immersion to the game. You know, it's the default American Truck Simulator does an okay job, I guess. Oh, I guess that guy's decided he wants to go left. It does an okay job with the traffic density, but I find even going into major city centers, you really don't ever find yourself, you know, stuck in a traffic jam or, you know, backed up at a light. You maybe find yourself behind one or two cars, but it's nothing crazy. That looks like a high Hyundai Veloster. It's a turbo. That's what I drive. Excellent choice in a car. Well done. So, I mean, you know, we pull up here and again, we have to kind of wait for the other traffic, and that guy's turning right. So I think we're going to go and we will merge along the outside. Oh, I thought I was going to turn in front of me there. And we can actually go to the outside lane there. Oh, we missed our opportunity. That took too long. There we go. We'll merge over now because we're continuing straight. So that guy decided, I guess, that he wants to turn. So he's just kind of stuck blocking two lanes. You know what? Don't even worry about inconveniencing people. It's all good. And we are coming up to our destination on the right here. That looks like a kind of a small yard. I hope there's room to pull in. Oh, we're gonna have to swing it mad wide here. Go ahead and put my four ways on because we're gonna have to stop and pop out so we can swing in here. We'll wait till this bus and truck and everything goes by. Not quite sure. We might be able to after they go by. We'll swing out and see if we can't. Of course, everybody's going to start going around me because they're impatient. Hang on. Don't do it. Oh. Well, that guy might as well go as well. Why not? I didn't realize it was so soon here. That's okay, though. We're just going to go ahead and swing it wide. Just to make sure we don't get caught. Hello, sir. Excellent job. Watch your toes. Oh, just barely. Just barely. Where do I have to back it into here? I don't really even see where I have to put it in. There's normally kind of cones that you have to back it into. We'll go ahead and swing the trailer around at least, and then we can figure out where we need to get situated to. Am I in the right yard? Oh, is it over here? I think it is. All right, now that we've swung around, we'll push X, and we're gonna back it in, obviously. Okay, so we need to. Where are we set up here? right, we're gonna back it in right over there beside that whatever that yellow thing is, or that white thing is there. Not quite sure. Anyway, all good. Good thing we swung it around. That should make for a pretty easy parking job. I'll start cutting here. Got to remember that the fence and stuff is on the right. It's a little bit difficult to see at night. It'd be nice if I had like a spotlight on top of the truck or something. I think we're doing okay so far. I'd like to start cutting it a little bit more just to get it to really swing around. I think now actually we can kind of swing out a little wider. There we go. That's exactly where we need it. We're going to be a little bit... That's okay. I don't want to hit there, so... We'll just straighten out and do a little shimmy. Not a big deal. Come forward slightly. And we'll stop. And we'll crank it back the other way. Nothing like dry steering on your tires. It's all good. And we'll just try to straighten it out a little bit there. And I'm just gonna wing this out slightly so that way we can bring it over a little bit to go directly in between the pylons here. Beautiful. And we'll just check it up on this side. We're gonna be right down the middle. Beauty. We'll just miss that one. I like it. And we'll keep going and we'll straighten it out here. Back it up a little bit. And we're just going to tuck it in a little bit more. We're pretty much right down the middle. It's just a matter of getting it back to those. You know what? Let's just go ahead and take our time and straighten it out a little bit. Not a huge deal. I oversteered it slightly. It's all good though. Nope. Need to go the other way. I'm getting all backwards. There we go. There we go. We're going to be right down the middle. And there we go. Go ahead and hit X, deliver our trailer. And there's our payout. Beautiful. A quick 16 grand in the pocket. And that's it. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. Links will be in the description for all of the DLC that was used in this video, and we will be coming out shortly with some Texas DLC because that is released in about an hour and a half. So thank you for the support that you've shown the channel over the last 2 weeks. We went from like 24 subscribers to 82. That is wicked. I cannot thank you enough for that. If you like the content, please make sure you like and subscribe and turn the bell on so you know when I go live or when new videos come out. And I'll catch you on the next one. Stay safe. Take care. Bye-bye.